If that's all the show is going to be about, then they didn't need to have this alternate dimension plot thing in the first place. Like, for example, right, they could have just had the kids be sent to a summer camp for a month or two, but it's in the middle of some huge sport somewhere, and there's no adults for some reason, the phones don't work, they have to come together and share everything and find food and work together, and, it really just could have been like Lord of the Flies. But when you sell the show to us like, mystery dimension, you gotta follow up on that promise. I mean, there's only so much teen angst we can all take at one time, you know what I mean? But, so what? That's what I want.
Hey there, I'm Brian, and I'm in your neighborhood to discuss some upcoming 2K Compete events. This weekend, head to Basketball Gods. Keep playing until you lose, because your longest win streak will be used for the leaderboard rankings. Plus, you can win cool prizes like exclusive MyPlayer items and more. On Wednesday, make your way to the cages, because all day long, you can bounce your way to double rev. Next,
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and from the sideline, as always, our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. Also stopping by our program, one of the great point guards in NBA history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I love the nickname the Jet, by the way.
Man, appreciate the shout out. And you know you're the guy who brought it back alive.
Well, it really happened in high school. Right,
it happened in high school, but no one called me in high school, college, until the NBA. He shouted it out, and now it's stuck like fire. Now, no, I can't go anywhere. And they're like, Jet, Jet. And I'm like, Kevin Harlan started the
But
fire.
you love that.
But you
nickname.
know, the name has evolved. Now it's Private Jet.
It's PJ.
No, it's actually prop play now. I don't fly much.
Last outing for Brooklyn, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. And that result, guys, was a real shock. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
Let's check out Pittsburgh's starting lineup. Favors is out there with Haslem. Then it's Winslow. Then it's Williams. And it's Fisher in at the 1.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
No good from Stackhouse. Not too many teams have been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Yeah. Why? Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You know, you got guys who are 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on the plane with shades. You know, instead of hard hats, you know, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Like, that's a part of it, too, because now you get everybody's best.
Everybody.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Pittsburgh on the other end. Drops in the breakaway layup. Favors has got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, yeah, when a bigger guy like Favors runs down the court like that, it helps open up the offense.
Pass to Stackhouse. Outside, Russell. The pass to Johnson. They need this. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 6 points for Johnson.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Passes it to Fisher. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the paint. Offensive rebound, Nets. Fisher against Williams. 6 to shoot. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
There's Winslow. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Johnson outside. He can't get that one to fall. So Pittsburgh will take it the other way. Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number 1. Jokic, number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has gotten better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
Pass to Winslow. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Pittsburgh's head coach and I were able to chat. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
Thanks, David. No question with the defense they're facing tonight, Coach would like to see, Greg, them gain some early confidence.
Efficiency is key for them. Don't make the mistakes that turn defense into offense.
Those mistakes included turnovers, bad shots, and rush shots. All must be avoided if they're to accomplish their goal.
And Pittsburgh with the possession here, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. This is to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Man, that's a big dude, but Derek Favors shrugging off contact and helping his team.
Here's Williams, and he makes that one. Timeout. Williams has got 5 now.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able so far.
And it'll be Pittsburgh with their first time out of the game here.
I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some hotter. You rocking this shit. Boy, they come out up in the studio. Don't you know Polo Jack anytime with the dribble? Go like hot with rocks and blast off. Try to throw us. We made them fumble like Nas ain't getting that pass off. Been a block now, taking my mask off. Like you race speed off in them foreigns and leave tight marks on the asphalt. It's gonna be like fun. Another day on the channel.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. So Pittsburgh going with almost an entire new group here. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Haslem. Smith comes in for Justice Winslow. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Derek Fisher. Monk, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But don't you see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles and New York? So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's 2 aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and then the quality of life goes down.
Take a break. And the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis. You look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Johnson. Both free throws good from Stackhouse.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to Monk. Favors in the post. 6 points for him, and they pick up 2.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pittsburgh shooting their first free throw tonight. Brown is checked in for the Nets.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
Williams looking around. Pulls up. High post. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Beverly, the pass to Monk. No one near Smith as he lets it go. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. You hear players talk about growing up the first time they ever dunked, a magical moment. And Kenny, I'm sure you can think about that moment. Well, what stands out for you more? The first time you dunked in a game, or the first one overall when you were a kid growing up in New York?
I said there's 3 magical moments for me.
Besides this?
Yeah.
Besides sitting here courtside.
This is more than magical.
Make it 4.
This is more than magical. This is much more than magical. My first moment, first basketball game ever. I remember that vividly. I was in the 3rd grade, so I was 7 or 8 years old. First game ever. I remember putting on a uniform for the first time. Other than that, I never had a uniform. So I remember that. First college game, running out for North Carolina. And the last moment is, which no NBA team does, I cut the Nets down when we won the championship. So those are my 3 most memorable.
I do remember, and it's funny how much time I spent the first time I dunked.
You remember that? You know
why? We were all pretty athletic back then. But like you, what I remember most about it though is, you know how many hours you would spend trying to get that first dunk, right? I mean, you would be in the gym literally for
I don't remember
hours.
my first dunk.
And how old?
9th grade. Heaven on earth.
Great job by Favors, really making the defense uncomfortable as he's going up with the shot.
For Pittsburgh, they've shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And that one falls for Favors. Musa, he's checked in for Williams. And so Favors nails both of them. And the Nets with possession here. 7-point differential. Now Levert. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Brown. That's good. And it's Levert with the assist.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't go, it didn't have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, you know, but the repetition will help you.
Yeah.
And you know, there are some guys that, you know, some of the great shooters don't have great, I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe shot it with
Larry
a little
Bird's form was different.
But, you know, they perfected it.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Pittsburgh, leading by 5. Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Brown. The shot by Monk is no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And there's the pass to Karuch. Here's Musa. They get the rebound. Off target at the rim.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
The shot by Monk is no good. And so it's Brooklyn with it, trailing by 5. Here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Brown, good.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Now, here's Monk. Smith outside. Shoots over Brown. Here's Favors. Monk, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta. Monk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
And he comes up with the deuce. Kenny, just look at this roster. Brooklyn full of stars. There have been some very high aspirations for this team, maybe as much as any, in the near future.
Yeah, well, they handed out a pair of max contracts with Irving and Durant.
Right.
And then they still had a solid nucleus and core. They're trying to win titles over the next few seasons.
It's going to be interesting to see if Kevin Durant gets all the way back. There's not a lot of history of guys in their 30s rupturing the Achilles, getting back to that level. Remember, this guy wasn't just a great player. He was an all-time great.
Have to be careful when Favors shows you his shooting form. He is very effective at drawing contact with his pump fake.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. That free throw, no good. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Pittsburgh. Good on the 2nd free throw. Nets trail by 4. Passes it to Brown. It's hauled in by Beverly. J.R. Smith on the wing. A rebound by the Nets.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Brown, and he banks in the layup. Brown's got 11 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Grant surveying the D. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Pittsburgh leads by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, when you consider how Pittsburgh is doing, your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Pittsburgh. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Pittsburgh looking at who they've got out there. Patrick Beverly out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Haslam, and it's Smith, and it's Grant in at the 5 spot.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there with
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the team. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, heart, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team. You know, he can make a team great. That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. We've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time showman.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Rodions Kurucs. Stackhouse comes in for Brown. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for LeVert. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And here's Fisher. Lets a floater go, and it's blocked. Russell kicks to Stackhouse. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, with Stackhouse's ability to attack the rim, that three-point shot is going to usually be there for him. Defend him too close on the perimeter, and you're risking a blow-by.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Stackhouse has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And the Nets may get a change here. Johnson's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Korkmaz kicks to Fisher. Grant outside.
And the three-pointer, something that's exploded in importance the last half-decade. Kenny, do you feel you would have played differently if you came into the league today?
Without question. Because, Greg, I was probably, if you told me I could get 30 points or 20 assists, I would have said 30 points. I was that type of mentality. I liked scoring because scoring came easier to me. Finding people didn't come as easy. So I would have loved to play in this era where I don't have to think about getting you the ball as much. I would have loved that.
And honestly, the passing lanes are bigger because the court is more space.
Yes,
like, so if you shoot it, like we talk about, your ability to shoot it at a high level makes the game easier.
Yeah.
Because now guys, the pump, you lift your head, they're jumping out of position. You know, they're guarding the three-point line tighter, so you have more room to operate.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Pass to Stackhouse. And he elevates for the slam. Justice Winslow did not like that.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Fisher. 7 points in the game. No good from 18. There's the lob to the hoop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Fisher with the ball. And Stackhouse pulls it down.
Is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Great positioning on the putback. Winslow's got his second bucket.
Sometimes it's who wants the basketball most. Winslow comes up with the extra possession and finishes the play.
Such a wide open look. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Pass to Korkmaz. Now here's Lopez. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Musa. Kicks it to Russell. To the middle. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pittsburgh trails by 6. And the pass to Winslow. Here's Korkmaz. Passes it to Fisher. Now here is Haslam. He's guarded by Russell. Haslam can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 6. Musa passes to Johnson. That shot off the mark. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Haslam. Goes up again. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Feeds to Russell. Banked in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now Fisher. He has 7. Brown. In transition. Here come the Nets. Basket good. And the Nets lead by 10.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here's Korkmaz. No points in the game yet for him. And that time, also a missed shot.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And that one's good. Russell.
An active competitor. Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And Fisher kicks to Winslow. And Stackhouse pulls it down. Stackhouse has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Here's Lopez, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Pittsburgh working the ball around. Grant with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up from the baseline. Rebound, Brooklyn. Stackhouse has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole. That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Pittsburgh trails by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Fisher from deep. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Here's Korkmaz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the feed to Grant. Clock at 6. Can they get it? Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Down low, here's Stackhouse, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now, here's Grant. Pass to Korkmaz. Over Russell. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Out there on the floor for the Nets. So Pittsburgh going with almost an entire new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Grant. Smith comes in for Winslow. Williams, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Fisher. Now here's LeVert. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
For Pittsburgh, they've only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Beverly. 1:33 left in the first half. And Kenny, great to have you on the show as always. You got to come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week.
Good.
I am not.
Good.
There's more food down here. It's friendlier down here. It's more room, man. I can't wait to be here. More air, everything, man. Everything's more down here.
And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet. As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
Shot's good by Williams.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Smith. Shoots over Brown. And too long on the shot.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Williams gets the bucket.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Williams with the ball. Launches it. Here's Haslam, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Haslam's got 8 points in the quarter.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Nets leading by 17. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And gracing us with his presence once again after his stirring performance with the live crew. At least that's what the card I'm reading says, and it was written by the always terrific Kenny Smith.
Well, you know what it was? You called it the live crew, but you know what it was when I was down there?
It was the, no.
You know it's always.
You know what, Kenny? Yeah, I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator.
Thank you.
And I must say, you did a great job. Liked it almost as much as the regular broadcast. I was impressed.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Jerry Stackhouse is out there with Johnson. Then it's Russell. Then it's Williams. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. And Pittsburgh with the possession here, following the miss by Brook Lopez.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Outside, Russell. Back to Williams. Over Fisher. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Favors has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Williams can't hit. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Now here's Williams. Over Johnson. Kept alive. And Favors kicks to Fisher. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
Outside Williams. Now here's Winslow. D right on him. Here's Favors. He kicks to Haslam. Favors trying to break free. Williams up on top. Just 4 to shoot. Williams missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Chalk up 2 there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
So savvy inside for a player of his size, and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Now here's Johnson. Russell with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Count that one. Lopez has got his second basket of the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Williams against Russell. A rebound by the Nets.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Here's Fisher following the three-pointer by. And with Allen, the amount of floor he kept is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Pittsburgh with some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Haslem. And it's Malik Monk in for Derek Fisher. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Monk. Second shot opportunity and stolen by Williams. And now in transition to Stackhouse. Here we go. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Williams can't hit. And here are the Nets. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Back to Williams. Misses in close.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
A nice shot by Winslow.
Well, you'll never see Winslow shy away from physical play. In fact, more often than not, he initiates it.
Now here's Lopez. Russell with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Russell's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Williams can't hit.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to.
Johnson outside over Williams, and it's Johnson that time on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 6 assists in the game. Monk kicks to Williams. There's the pass to Winslow. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Pittsburgh with the possession here. Russell passes to Williams. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
LeVert's checked in for the Nets. Pittsburgh is also changing it up. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Favors. Smith comes in for Winslow. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. And that one falls for Williams. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference. You can see he just rushed that a little bit, lost the focus, I think.
Lopez outside, buries it from three-point range. Lopez has got 7.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they maintain their focus.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Korkmaz over Lopez. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Korkmaz has got his second bucket of the game to go. Now here's LeVert. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Puts up a 3. But they recover it. Stackhouse and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, after that tremendous collegiate career, Stackhouse came into the NBA with a ton of buzz, and he has not disappointed. He's an offensive force to be reckoned with.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Brown in for Johnson. Both free throws good from Stackhouse. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Here's Korkmaz.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
It's deflected. Now Monk. Pass to Beverly. Six on the shot clock. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. That's a 2 from Smith. They get it back. And it's blocked. Here's LeVert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's LeVert on the wing. And here's Beverly. Korkmaz kicks to Beverly. Now, here's Monk, covered by Stackhouse. The shot by Monk is no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Improving so much since his rookie season. I can't wait to see the next step LeVert makes in his career.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for the Nets. And Pittsburgh also making a switch. Gafford's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Pittsburgh.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
J.R. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Grant misses, and the dry spell continues. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Pass to Monk. To the left wing. Here's Grant. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. 2 points, that one goes.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
LeVert with it. Williams for 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 5th assist in this one. Beverly against Williams. Now the pass to Monk. Smith outside. Passes to Beverly. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Williams. Over in the corner, Kurucs. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Williams passes to Brown. Excellent defense there from Smith. Pass to Gafford. Now, here's Monk. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back to the action after this word. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Pittsburgh looking at who they've got out there. They've got Haslam. Also J.R. Smith out there. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Musa. He's guarded by Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes. Kuruc has got his first points of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Ennis. He's covered closely, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Last year, LeBron, as we know, Steve, broke Derek Fisher's record for most postseason wins. Talk about the weight of that accomplishment.
You know, Kevin, let's take those 2 players. Start off with Derek Fisher. Give him a lot of credit. As a role player, he was on some great teams and contributed. Unbelievable to have that record. And then on the flip side, LeBron James was on some great teams, and he was the reason they were great teams because he's one of the greatest players of all times. 2 different type of players, but both are very impressive.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Now Johnson. The pass to Brown. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for Pittsburgh. Outside Williams. Passes it to Gafford. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, here they come. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. There's the steal. Williams scanning the floor. Some solid defense from Johnson.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Out left to the wing. Here's Musa. He's guarded by Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
To the wing right side. Pass to Kuruc. The 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's in there.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Here's Johnson. Brown outside. Nails the wide open jump shot.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Outside Williams. Pass to Haslam. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. Right side Williams. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the